talk to us a little bit about 2023 and just give us a realtor's perspective on the real estate market in 2023.
So I feel like it's a little bit different than 2022.
Okay.
In that I think there's a little bit less sales, but I think there's still very heavy competition in pockets of the market.
So what pockets would those be? Would those be by geographic area, or would those be by property type, or maybe property condition?
I would say the biggest would be area
Okay.
and condition. So those two things, if you have a beautiful piece of property, call it the move-in ready that we always talk about, a move-in ready property, and then you have it in a certain school district or a certain zip code, I think that can be extremely competitive, and you'll still see bidding wars, so to speak, or you'll have multiple offer situations.
Market is short of last year. A lot of competition for the desirable homes. Have you had anybody that was willing to buy a home that, let's just say, had some challenges or maybe wasn't in the right condition? I think you worked with an appraiser recently who was very open and flexible in terms of the property that he purchased, and I think he might have been the only one at the table who wanted to buy it.
That is correct. So that was an interesting. We went to see the house, and it was needing some work, but definitely move-in
livable,
ready, but
livable.
It was livable.
Okay, we say livable. It might not be exactly what you want 2 years from now. Got it.
Older kitchen, older floors, but definitely, there was a situation where he could make an offer, not have much competition, and most likely be able to get into that house in the 30-day period. And look at 3 houses. We looked at, I believe it was 3 houses, and we got the third one, which is pretty good.
It is.
In this market.
It is. That's great. Congratulations to you and him. And he was able to get the seller to agree to make it contingent on him selling his other home. And sellers who had a lot of competition, they wouldn't do that at all. Marcus, you can go to many, many websites online and get a value. Let's say the most popular, and I believe this is still the case, would be Zillow, and you can go to Zillow and get a Zestimate. And so I'm wondering how you as an agent might go about getting values compared to how Zillow might try to project values.
You bring up a very interesting point, and with estimates that are online, I think they can be misleading to the consumer. And the reason being, they don't have all the facts.
Right.
One of the things that I want to make sure when I'm providing a comparative market analysis for somebody's house is you get all the facts, right? So I want to make sure that I go and see the house. And sometimes I go and have to see the house and take some pictures so that I remember everything. You want to know the condition. You want to know how many bedrooms. Have you done any additions?
Right.
And one of the biggest points for me is asking what was important to them when they bought the house, because that might be a great selling point and maybe something that's value add for me marketing the home for them. With an online estimate, which is an algorithm, a formula, a robot.
Yep.
It's not going to know those things. It's not going to see those things. It sees, a couple of sales that are online, and it sees what your tax records show for the amount of bedrooms and bathrooms, and that might be incorrect.
In many cases in Georgia, might be incorrect. It is incorrect. Like, very rarely do you see a tax record that is exactly right. I don't know why we're so loosey-goosey in our area.